starting to record? Okay, at B1. First things first, you had to draw that triangle. It says in triangle ABC, angle C is 90. So there you'll see I made my C 90. AC is 8, that one. And BC will be 6. Calculate the length of AB. So then I'm going to say AB squared is equal to 8 squared plus 6 squared. If I see you again, I'm going to put you right in front. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So 8 squared plus 6 squared, you will see that I started to skip some of them. I didn't say that 8 squared is 64 and 6 squared is 36. I skipped directly to where I added those answers up. Okay? So you are allowed to do that. You will get full marks if that is what you wrote for me. Okay. Then you will see I also left out that AB is equal to square root of 100. I just skipped directly from here to saying that AB will then be 10 units. Okay? Right. Any questions there? Then number 3, same thing. It says in triangle DEF, E will be 90 degrees. They're saying that DE is 15 meters and DF is 17 meters. So in this case, they're giving me the hypotenuse. Some of you might have said 15 squared plus EF squared is equal to 17 squared. And then after that, you got this. Either one of those two is fine. 3, maybe 4. Because you'll see here, you're going to get a mark for that, going to get a mark for pi. You're going to get a mark for EF squared is 64, and then for the final EF. That's the thing. If you struggle with that, then you always start with the basic one, where you add the 2 short sides, and that must be equal to the hypotenuse. We only minus when we have the hypotenuse already. Okay? Yes. Okay? Can I skip? Shh. Quiet. But it's very easy. Hands up, you're still copying. Okay. At number 5, it says in triangle PQR, R is 90. Okay, we've got that over here. Then they said PQ is 116. That was straightforward. But the next part, small p is equal to 84. Now, you first had to go and figure out where is small p. We said that will be... We said small p, will be across angle P. So that's how I knew that this one, because it's across angle P. Okay? Yes. No, same thing. Yeah. Your answer will still be the same thing. Okay. Okay, so any questions at 5? Okay, then the last one, 7. This one was a bit more tricky because instead of giving you just the number, they give you the number and an unknown. So I haven't got the hypotenuse, so I had to add these 2 short sides. So you'll see 16 squared plus 30 squared, but I put them in brackets because it's not just the number that must be squared. That x must also be squared. So 16x squared, that whole thing will be 256 x to the power of 2. Okay? Because otherwise you would have ended up here with just a normal x. And how can you get square root of just x? Okay, we can't get that. You can only get square root of x squared. Stop eating. Let's break after this. Shh. Because you're saying that this is then x. They didn't say that. They said express the length of AB in terms of x. No, in terms of x means that it's not going to be just a number. It's going to look like almost an equation. It will have an x in it. Okay. Right, then 30x squared, that whole thing, is going to be 900x to the power of 2. Now you will see that they both have x to the power of 2. So they are like terms, right? So I was allowed to add them, and that gave me the 1156 x to the power of 2. Yes, yeah. Okay, now I want just AB, so I've got to get square root of 1156 x to the power of 2, and that will then be 34x. Okay, so that was a tricky one. You guys good? Can I skip? Which one? This one? 3. I did tell you guys you're not writing the test anymore, no? We could. We're still setting up. Listen, I told you guys I'm going to give you what to learn. No? We're still setting that up. I haven't received the grade 9 yet. I'm not setting that up. So as soon as we do, you will see that there might be some chapters left out. So it's not that you're going to have to study everything. Okay. Only that we put on the what to learn, you've got to study. Okay. Can I skip? So hopefully Pythagoras is not on it. Okay. Then C. Shh, 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 shh. Listen. C1. I said AC squared is equal to 2 squared plus 2 squared, and that was because of Pythagoras. Now, over here they said write your answer in surd form. Okay, so there I wrote it in surd form. And then use a calculator and round your answer to 2 decimal places. So from here you had to press the slim dom knoppie to get it in terms of decimals. And then to round it off to 2 decimals, I look at the third one. If the third decimal is 5 or higher, then you round the second decimal up. If the third decimal is between 0 and 4, then your number stays the same. Okay. Right. 5 goes up. Okay. Number 4, same thing. 9 squared plus 10 squared, because we want to work out hypotenuse. That gave me 181. So DF will then be square root of 181. Press your slim dom knoppie, SD. So DF will then be 13,45. And remember, meters. Any questions there? Can I skip? What's wrong? Hands up, you're still copying? Okay. Are you done? No, she's not done. Shh. Done. Right, there's the last one, number 7. Because we had the hypotenuse, I said AC squared is equal to 12 squared minus that short side of 9 squared. Now, the 12 squared minus 9 squared gave me 63, and square root of 63 will then be 7,9. 4 if we round it off to second decimal. Yeah. Right.
Why did we skip the step then at the same answer?
Which step did you skip? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
The second one.
So you went from step 1 to AC is equal to square root of 64. Okay. Yes, but remember, if you maybe subtracted wrong, then I would not be able to work with your mistake. So you are then going to lose 1 mark. No? Can you go to? Yeah. I'm just quickly skipping back to the previous one. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know. That's fine, ma'am. You did it. You said that twice, ma'am. It's fine if I just give the answer of that too, and then from there I.
Wait. Why are you putting that square root there? You must either have this or that. I can't have that and that.
Okay.
So it was without the pencil. Df squared is equal to that.
Yes.
That's still fine.
Oh, I added that afterwards, ma'am.
Yeah.
I thought it
No.
would be
So
wrong.
take that out.
Yes.
Then it's right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you have to first give the answer of the two, and then you have to do it again, and right?
Yeah. Either one of the two.
I just saw it.
Okay. Right. At 7. Hey, girls. At 7, are there any questions here? None. 30 days. 30 days. Put it away or I take it for 30 days. Right. Any other questions here? Can I go to the next slide? Okay. Now we have got to do the converse of Pythagoras. Now the word converse basically means the opposite of Pythagoras. Okay? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to give you a triangle again. And let's make it A, B, C. That's 10. This is 8 and that's 6. Okay, now, converse of Pythagoras. Can you see that I give you all 3 sides? But what am I not giving you? What do we have to have when we use Pythagoras? It's a right angle. There's no right angle. Okay, so thank you. So they basically want me to use the opposite, the inverse of Pythagoras, to prove that there would be a 90 degrees angle here. Right? So what we're going to do is, we're going to get, I'm going to write it out in wording first, and then we do the example. So what you usually do is we take the longest side, squared, right? And see how much is it equal to. Equal to what? Okay. Then we take the 2 short sides. Yeah. Yeah. So between the 10, 8, and the 6, which one will be the longest? 10. Okay. Right. So then we take the 2 short sides. And we're going to add and square. Square that. So can you see I'm doing bits and pieces of Pythagoras? No. And then we see, okay, so that was step 1. This is step 2. Now step 3. No, not R, is step 1 and step 2 equal? Because if it is equal, it means that it will be a right angle triangle. No? You guys good with that? How do we know where the 90 degrees angle will then be?
Wait, now can you please say what you just said again?
Okay, so we first remember Pythagoras in this case. If it was a 90 degrees angle, I would have said AC squared plus BC squared will be equal to AB squared. No. So in step 1, we take the longest side and square it. So that's step 1. Then we take step 2, take the two short sides, add them and square them. And then at step 3, is step 1 and 2, are they equal to each other? Because if they are equal, then it is a right angle triangle. No. Okay, so let me write that in. Yeah. If it is equal, then it is a right angle triangle. Triangle. And where would the 90 degrees angle be? It's always across the? Yes. So 90 degrees angle, always opposite longest side. You guys good with that? Okay, so can we quickly try this one? Maybe I should do it on the next slide, yeah? Yeah?
Ever be somewhere like this, ma'am, with a marble machine maybe?
No. When you do the converse of Pythagoras, we've got to give you all three sides. The only time when we would have something missing is if I give you this. That, saying this is that, and let's say this is, and that's 4. So because I've got those 2 stripes and 2 stripes, you know that that's 4, so this will also be 4. That's the only one that I can think of. Can I skip?
No, ma'am.
Okay, finish copying. Yeah.
Ma'am, I thought you wrote B there, but BC, I thought you write the wrote B.
Okay.
It's the 6.
Where?
BC on the drawing.
6. Yeah.
Ma'am, I just calculated it. I was like, no, that's not a B. It's a 6.
Okay, right, people. So, everyone finish copying? Okay, so let's work through those steps. This one I'm going to do with you. The next one you're going to do on your own. Right, so we said step 1. We take the longest side and we square it. Which one would be the longest side here? 10. Okay, so I'm going to say, AB squared will be equal to 10 squared, and that means that it's going to be 100. No. Okay, then step 2. We said we take the two short sides, which is AC and BC, we're going to add them and square them. No. Okay, so that would be 8 squared. Kom wil die ding nou nie alles doen wat ek wil hê. Hou aan. 8 squared plus 6 squared. Okay, which means that how much is 8 squared plus 6 squared? Ah, so that's going to give me 100. Now, can you see that I got at step 1 100 and at step 2 100? No. So now this part is important. Now you've got to say, therefore, AC squared plus BC squared is equal to AB squared. And now, you've got to have a reason. Converse of Pythagoras. Right? So therefore, where's there? Converse pi. Converse pi. Okay. So therefore, triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. That's the same, 3 or 4. Nee, toe, dis min werk. Ja?
You see, maybe Pythagoras when you say AB plus BC square equals AC square, then you have to write Pythagoras.
Yeah.
Why didn't we write like something here, right?
There we did, right over here.
Oh, but why didn't we start?
We only do it at the end because we first had to go and prove that it is. And then we say, okay, yes, it is, but we didn't use Pythagoras because we can't because there's no 90 degrees angle. So that's why we say converse of pi. Yes.
It's not going to be equal to each other.
If they did, if it's not equal to each other, then over here you would just have that not equal to, and then you would have here not a right angle triangle. No, no, there can only be one longer side. Okay. Okay. All right. Right. Can I give you one and you guys do it on your own? Okay. Oh, just for interest sake, where is my 90 degrees angle here? At A or B or C? C. Okay, because across the long one, which means that the 90 degrees would be at angle C. Okay. Good. I'm skipping. There we go. Hey, try this one on your own. Remember step 1, step 2, step 3. Do. Joshua. Come, Sean. Do. The same as what we just did. Check between those numbers, which one is the bigger one, the longer one? Come. Check your notes that you just copied down. Check. Moenie dit alles hardop sê nie. Go check. Go check. You do it. Uh-huh. Uh-uh. Ja. Right, you guys all done? Okay. If you think you got it right. Right, can I mark? Excellent. Is julle nou klaar? You done? Good. Okay. Right. So step 1. Longest side, which is PR, I square it, which means it's 15 squared. That should give you 225. Huh? One more. Okay. Now we take our two short sides, add them and square them. So 12 squared plus 9 squared is going to give me 225. That's one more. Now, PQ squared plus QR squared is equal to PR squared. And you have to have converse pi. One more. You've got to have converse pi. Okay, then you have to have this last step. Therefore, PQR is a right-angled triangle. All of you still standing. Have you got every single one of them? Good. Okay. Sit down. Hands up. Which angle is the 90 degrees angle? I said put your hand up. Okay, remember? The 90 degrees angle will be the one opposite the longest side. Now the longest side was that 15, so meaning the 90 degrees angle will be at angle Q. Okay, you guys good? You actually understand this, no? Nice and easy. Okay, right, so your homework, people, is going to be exercise 2. You're only going to do A and C. please read carefully. At A, it says in the triangles below, show that the triangle is right angled. That's what we did just now. And state which angle is the right angle. So you've got to say where the 90 degrees angle would be. Okay. Then at C, it's slightly different. They ask you lots of questions and just look at the sketch next to it. Okay. That is it. Yes.